schoolboy football is brought to you by KFC, Ping Pong, Catch, Water, Pringles, True Shake, Powerade, Burt's Auto Parts.
It's been the biggest week of 2025. It's a schoolboys football season, and we keep the ball rolling this afternoon in the last semi-final of the week, and it comes in the Ben Francis Cup live from Santa Cruz at Stets this afternoon. We have two teams that are no strangers to meeting in big-time semi-finals. It's a dominant force in rural area football over the last decade. Clarendon College set to duke it out with Manning School, who are still chasing their first under-19 title. I'm Anthony Golding. I'll be your lead commentator today. Alongside me is Daniel Bent. But before we get to our pre-match expectations, as usual, we're able to catch up with both coaches pre-match, and let's hear what they both had to say.
Anderson, first time in this spot, but what has been the mood coming into this one?
Positive. It's a positive mood, you know. We wish we would have been in the next one, but nevertheless, we are in this, so we're going to make good of where we are.
Yeah, and with that, coach, the tough turnaround time, you know, with players, how much work did you get done to perfect things tactically and physically with your boys?
Well, the word perfect is not really in our vocabulary at the moment, you know. We make use of the time that we had, and we try to do as much work as possible in order to ensure that we are competitive.
Yeah, coach, I'm glad you said about perfect not being the right word, because you have a very young team. Are the expectations still the same as throughout the Clarendon College DNA?
No, the Clarendon College DNA, as far as I'm cultured by it, is to win everything. You know, no patience. But nevertheless, the kids are here. I mean, they are going as hard as they can. And, you know, we only can empower them and put them forward in order to, you know, reach the highest.
Yes, coach. And all the best today.
Thanks much.
Yeah, Coach Graham, after the damage caused by Hurricane Melissa, what motivated these boys to stay focused and keep pushing for silverware?
Well, look at it this way. We definitely know that we will have to fight for the parish. You understand? Football is the only thing that could put their mind at ease at the moment. So once they get that opportunity to play football, definitely we will do that. And it is easy in terms of motivation.
Yeah, coming into this game, you know, what have you discovered about the 2024 finalists Clarendon College coming into this game?
Well, we know that Clarendon is a quality team. You know, 2 years ago, I believe that they won the Dakasa Cup, so we know that they're, you know, a quality opposition. So once you are here in the Final Four, we know that we expect a tough challenge. So no easy team or no soft games we have, because it is the top 4 out of what? Something like, I don't even remember the number of teams in this competition. But once you reach the top 4, definitely will be a tough challenge.
Yeah, tough challenge, and you yourself have, you know, quality players. One in Kajay Williams, you know, after the setbacks of the Hurricane, as I said before, you know, his performance, the whole team, what are you needing from him today?
Well, I just need him to, you know, I don't want to put any pressure on him, but I just need him to, you know, just play his game, you know, because he's one of those, you know, that we believe is special to our unit. And once he apply what is it that he's capable of doing this afternoon, yes, we will be up for a treat, or should be up for a treat for that matter.
All right, coach, all the best.
All right, thanks so much.
Well, you heard from both coaches, and as I said, these two teams, no strangers in terms of big-time games. Only 2 meetings since 2012. The first of which in the 2019 Dakasa Cup quarterfinals. Clarendon College ran out 2-1 winners, but after that, in 2022, much more of you may remember, it was a 1-1 draw in the Dakasa Cup semi-finals that went to penalties. And again, Clarendon College eventually came away as winners. As I said earlier, Daniel Bent alongside me in the studio for the first time this season. Daniel, how you doing?
I'm great. You know, it's another evening of good football, bright and sunny, and sunshine here in St. Elizabeth. So I'm expecting some little heat in this afternoon's fixture.
We're definitely hoping for heat. And I mentioned that, you know, Mannings, well, it was mentioned in the interview that Mannings have struggled quite a bit. You know, the devastation in Westmoreland was extremely heavy. and for them to be able to come together once again as a unit. You know, a lot of their players would have gone through struggles, as we see the Stets team. Excuse me, the Clarendon College team.
Yes,
the Clarendon College team. Yeah, but the Clarendon College team warming up. But how difficult must it have been for this Mannings team to come together as one, to rally together and to try and win their first under-19 title?
Yeah, man, I think this is something that we can look forward to, especially for Manning's school, because they would have gone through a turmoil. But yet again, more to discuss when we come back.
Yeah, man, indeed. And we'll be right back with kickoff and all the action after this.
Where it all begins. The quest to become great. Inspired by those who went before them, these four boys dream of playing in the ISSA schoolboy football competitions.
Will he score this for Casey? Will he score? It's a shot, it's a goal!
And it's a shot, and it's a goal! And Casey has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivia Shield. And that's what you love to see. They may be rivals, but the camaraderie is what it's all about. Can't wait for the final.
When the bus the man, I want to watch my son play finals for CVM, you know.
But mums, you can't watch it on CVM website, man.
Score! My son score! My son score! My son score! My son score!
Greatness begins here.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
All you want for Christmas is your two-front seat, your two-front seat, your two-front seat. At Jamaica Pegasus, your two-front seat for Christmas comedy cook-off.
Friday, December 26th at the Jamaica Pegasus Hotel. Gates open 6 p.m. Showtime 7:30 sharp. Tickets at SpurOpen.com. Info 876-542-4160. Part proceeds support hurricane relief. Christmas comedy cook-off. Sponsored by KFC and Jamaica
At
Pegasus.
Jamaica Pegasus, your two-front seat for Christmas comedy cook-off.
Welcome back to CVM TV's live and exclusive coverage of the Ben Francis Cup semi-finals between Clarendon College and Mannings. And I mentioned earlier that these two have already met in a semi-final. That was in 2022. And we're going to actually take a quick look at how that one played out between CC and Mannings. Big time game between that year, Daniel. Two huge teams. They were performing at the peak of their power. And Clarendon College with some uncertain defending before a spectacular finish.
Yeah, that's indeed a super team that included Devante Adjis, the Kaim Dixons of this world who just scored, as we can see. But nevertheless, on the day, football is football. Whether you have the pedigree, the titles behind your name, but on the day, it's who step up and wants to play.
Yeah, and you see number 40 that was subbed on in that game for the penalties, Damar Blair, starts today for Manning, extremely young at that point. And then here, another player that starts today, the number 17 for Mannings on that day, Kajay Williams. He's their captain now. And on that day, it was heartbreak for him and Mannings. And both Blair as well as Williams will certainly be looking to change their fortunes this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm sure that they would want to rewrite the history books. Blair, as you can see, was a little boy at that point in time, but now is no big man. So, as a child, your mother would say that when you move from a child's state, you know, when you become a man, you do man thing. So it's for a Monday match tonight, this evening.
And this is the Ben Francis Cup bracket as it stands. Clarendon College beating the last year's D Cup champions Gary Maceo to make it to this stage. Manning School against familiar foes Christiana with a 2-1 victory. And then our other semi-final, McGrath taking on Cornwall College, is going to be kicking off simultaneously to this one, so we'll keep you updated on those scores. McGrath with a 4-1 win over Ocho Rios, and Cornwall College with a 4-2 win over Manchester High.
Interesting games coming up. I think that the McGrath Cornwall College game will be a close-knitted one, just like my expectations for this Clarendon College versus Mannings as it relates to attacking style. Based on the players that we'll be seeing in the starting 11, we can definitely expect end-to-end action. Most certainly, end-to-end action indeed. And you mentioned the players in the starting 11. We touched briefly on Kajay Williams. He is definitely the player to watch for Mannings. You heard his coach, Patrick Graham, bigging him up in the interview. 9 goals, 6 assists in 14 games this season. He's in flying form, and they'll need him to be on top of his game if they're to get a victory today and book their spot in Ben Francis Cup final, which will be kicking off on Saturday as a precursor to the D Cup final at 3 p.m. inside the National Stadium, Daniel. And then we look at the Clarendon College team, which has the ever-improving Justin Hales. He has now taken up the mantle of leading the lineup for Clarendon Colleges. He would have scored 7 goals this season with 5 assists, so that helps in the contribution of this free-flowing Clarendon College team. As it relates to the overall performance, Clarendon College would have been very much disappointed as what Coach Anderson would have been and said, because they would have wanted to play the Lancaster Cup final. But yet again, football is football. A trophy, Ben Francis Cup trophy, is still a trophy. As they will say in England, that if you win the FA Cup, it's a teacup. But here in Jamaica, in schoolboy football title, we then look at any trophy is a trophy. Indeed. And for Clarendon College, it was the quarter-final stage of the DaCosta Cup, where they, unfortunately for them, left the competition. 2 losses and a draw in that horribly tough Zone 2 with Stets, Dintil and Christiana. Very, very, very difficult affair. And for Mannings, they left the competition at the round of 16 stage in a similarly very tough group. Zone 4 had, again, Dintil on the scene again, yes, McGrath and Manchester High. So 2 teams that I think that, unfortunately for them, they came up against very good opposition. And when you speak about Clarendon College especially, they're a team that's going through transition at the moment. Devon Anderson now looking to imprint his DNA on this side. And for Mannings, as we know, the disruption certainly didn't help them on the 5-week break. But nonetheless, both teams still this afternoon with the opportunity to book their spot in a final, with the opportunity for silverware. For Clarendon College, it's an opportunity that has come to them very, very often. 4 Ben Francis Cups in their history, 11 DaCosta Cups, 7 Olivier Shields. As I said, dominant force over the last decade in rural area football. And for Mannings, it's history that beckons, because they've never won an under-19 title. Could this be their year? And I think one person that will be definitely informed as relates to want to contribute to this is their number 9, Jarvis Mellor, who was 11 goals this season, and Kajay with 9. So that combination of provides with 20 goals contribution to Manning School, and that I think will definitely be something that they can look after going forward. Certainly, as you see, both teams prepped and ready for kickoff, and a refereeing team ready to lead them out as well. Manning School, looking like they're in a chain strip, traditional colors with the shorts, and then sort of burgundy and white with their tops. And obviously we know Clarendon College, yellow and blue always. Moments now away from kickoff, and it's the perfect time to give a big shout out to our sponsors for this year's schoolboy football season. Soccer Express has supplied all the jerseys, while Express Sports sponsored the competition with high quality international match standard footballs. Massive thank you to Soccer Express and Express Sports.
And both teams go through the formalities before what is certainly going to be a hotly contested battle. You mentioned Jarvis Mailer, their leading goal scorer this season, and starts on the bench today, so options galore for Patrick Graham. And should things go awry, they do have their top goal scorer to call on. Captains of both teams now, Kajay Williams and Javon Gordon, and our referee in the middle, Narissa Golson, assisted by Keone Denton, Shavara Dennis, and the fourth official, Doyen Tummings. Just about set and ready to go. And Daniel, I'm going to push you for our prediction. Our prediction guru Lige isn't here, but yes. What exactly do you think we could be in store for between these two teams, and who do you have potentially coming away with a victory this afternoon? Because we have to have a victor.
Yes, I do. So I want to go with Clarendon College winning this game. I think based on the attacking force that they have 16 different goal scorers. So there's goals all around the park, and I think it's going to be a close one as well. So my prediction is a 2-1 win for Clarendon College.
You heard it here first. If it's 2-1 at the end of the day, you know the man to point to. Moments away from kickoff. Narissa Golson checking her watch. Clarendon College to kick us off, going from right to left on your screen. Ben Francis semi-final action. And we're on the way from Santa Cruz, Clarendon College. Looking to go forward and go direct early. It's an early battle in the midfield that Mannings have come away with. It's a late challenge, but looking for the early ball over the top is their captain, Williams. In the end, Clarendon College do well enough to clean it up with Sterling. And now Petgrave goes back to his number 4, Deshaun Sterling. For the early switch over to that right side, and we've got plenty of space here, Clarendon. They can work it. Also got that overlap from right back now, which they utilize. Early on in the game, potentially for both teams, just looking to feel things out, settle into the game. Massive stakes, obviously. Neither team really wants to make a mistake, and main man on the ball for Clarendon College, Justin Hales, forced backwards.
Certainly the DNA of Clarendon College has not changed. Over the years, they have always been known as being a possession-based team, and with the new wave, the new man at the helm, wanting to bring his own type of playing style with a high-press system, it should be good that they continue this trend and keep the DNA intact.
Indeed, and they've actually worked it very well. That's brilliant down the line, but very well defended by Mannings. It was Nicolai Forbes looking to take advantage. It's still with Clarendon College, and Hales trying to force his way through the middle. But again, Mannings do well to defend it. But their clearance falls only to a player in yellow. Switch of play there. Now the ball fired into the middle, but right into the welcoming arms of Damar Blair. Good touch in the midfield, and now they look to go direct to the feet. Up top of Jordan Turner. He wasn't able to keep possession that time. Jordan Turner was the match winner in their quarter-final game against Christiana. Came off the bench, scored the decisive goal in that 2-1 win. Here come Clarendon College once more. Again, it's been all Mannings defending to start this game, and they give it away very carelessly inside their own half. Still with Clarendon College now a chance to come forward with Hales. Cuts inside now, looks for the overlap. Wasn't quite on the same page as his number 12, but it was Nicolai Forbes who was looking to provide some assistance. In the end though, Mannings do well enough. I'm going to resume with a Mannings goal kick.
In the early openings, you can see that Clarendon College is employing a hyper system. They're trying to close the spaces because they do know that Manning's High School does have players who can pass the ball, who can build up from the back really well. So they're trying to squeeze them so that to prevent them from going forward and building from the back so easily.
You've seen it very, very clearly as it was the man in the middle there. Denton Williams didn't have much time on it. And again, Clarendon College win the ball back, and now they look to once again utilize this left side with Petgrave and Hales before going back to rush on Sterling. Ball out to this right side for Clarendon College. Then number 7, Anthony Reed, looks for the overlap. He's found Rain Gale. It's a really, really good challenge.
We made mention of Petgrave, who so far this season has had 3 goals and 8 assists. So they're looking for that creativity of him. And if he can get on the ball regularly and create something, then Clarendon College will definitely be in business.
Petgrave's been exceptional creating from deep. And again, Clarendon College has been giving way too much space here, looking for the direct pass. They found it initially, and now they come away with possession once again. Nicola Forbes has been popping up central and left areas so far, 5 minutes into this game. And maybe to many's expectation, it's been pretty much all Clarendon College possession thus far. Haven't quite yet put Damar Blair to the test. They're looking comfortable as Petgrave. Poor first touch, but he gets away with it. And you said that Clarendon College were looking to employ a high press, but Manning's not really doing the same. They're letting Clarendon have the ball between their back 4.
From a tactical standpoint, Manning's approach seems to be that they will be employing a mid to low block to try to hit Clarendon College on the counter, because they do have pacey wingers who can get behind. One Kanje Williams also can be lethal when he gets these chances.
Definitely, and not only a physical battle but tactical battle on display here between Anderson and Graham, the coaches of both teams. Passing to the middle and now sprayed out wide. Still with Clarendon College as they look to build. And Siobhan Richardson looking for the big switch. And now they look to utilize this overlap on the right side. Decent ball into the box. But it's overhit. And it's out for a Manning's goal kick. As you see, Coach Devon Anderson giving out instructions early and often. Normally an active figure on those sidelines. And now Damar Blair sending his team forward.
Yes, because Clarendon College has employed their striker to be on the edge of the 18 to prevent the build-up play from the Manning school. But you can speak about Devon Anderson. He has been a veteran in schoolboy football, started his career there at Holy Trinity and then made a move to Highland High School, and now has taken his reins to the beautiful parish of Clarendon to gain some success. So over the years, he has been very consistent with teams that he have coached, and I don't expect anything less as he progresses his coaching career in the rural parts of schoolboy football.
Most certainly. And there's definitely been signs so far this season for Clarendon College under Devon Anderson that there is something to build with. They've been growing in this competition. There have obviously been growing pains, new coach, but most certainly you have confidence that Devon Anderson and the talent that Clarendon College boast will come to the fore, as that time one of their talented players, Dushan Petgrave, takes his eye off it and gives Manning's possession. It's not often that, well, so far in this game, that you've seen Clarendon College mistakes, and for Mannings, it's imperative that they look to take advantage of said mistakes, and when they do have possession like this, try and make the most of it as they look to go direct to Williams. Loses out in the physical duel that time. It's very well won back though.
Oftentimes in games of this magnitude, where the finals of a competition is on the horizon, the first opening means teams and players tend to be a little bit cagey, so they're not able to employ their free-flowing type of football based on the tactical but that the coaches may have. But yes, it's still early days, just around about 8 minutes in this contest.
As we take another look at the foul off the ball, it's KJ Williams against Deshaun Petgrave, and just an arm in the back there.
Yeah, man,
sitting Williams down.
He did well. He did well to put his body between ball and man.
Certainly. Free kick was claimed by Lydia Rodney. And now Clarendon College. Good play in the midfield, looking to exploit the space. That's fantastically done. And they've worked it out wide to Nicolai Forbes. Trying to spear that one in behind for Nair Anderson. But Damar Blair was alert to it.
Another sweeping move down this left-hand side, Manning's right-hand side, and it seems to be a tactical instruction by the coaching staff to get the best purchase on this side of the football pitch.
And they've been having joy down this left side with Hales and Forbes, who've been rotating well. And obviously, when you have a player like Deshaun Petgrave, as you mentioned, with his quality in distribution, you can certainly understand why. Still with Clarendon College as we inch over into 10 minutes played in this game. Here's Richardson. Out wide to Petgrave. In a good amount of space here, and he plays it to Forbes. Petgrave's on the overlap, he doesn't use him. Cuts inside onto that right foot, looks to play a ball into the box. Decent idea. But Damar Blair again, well placed, good positioning. Possession back with Mannings.
Another reason why Clarendon College has been getting a lot of purchase on this side of the field is that they have their wing backs coming high, so it creates a 2v1 overload against one wing back. So they're going to have the numerical advantage, and if Mannings continue to allow this to happen, a goal may very much be up on the horizon soon.
Still, Clarendon College dominant in possession. Still Mannings in their low block looking to hold out, and they've actually won the ball back. Poor play in the middle from Clarendon College, and that time they just crowd out Jordan Turner, who didn't really have much by way of support up with him. And that's the difficulty when you play a mid to low block. There's not really much to feed off for your attackers. They have to do an exceedingly good job to be able to hold the ball up and bring others into the game, but when they're that isolated, it can be extremely difficult.
Another thing that as relates to the tactical battle, as we made mention of this low block, the transition
was a shot from distance,
and it has scored.
Was that into the back of the net? So, oh my goodness, it caught us all off guard because we thought it had gone over. Certainly Damar Blair thought it was over. It looked like he comfortably watched it go over the bar, but actually it's a spectacular goal from Clarendon College, and O'Rain Gale is the man that can celebrate, and we'll definitely have to take another look at that, as it wasn't actually O'Rain Gale. It was Anthony Reid, who just looked with a hopeful ball over the top, and it completely caught out Damar Blair, Daniel.
Yeah, man, looking at this, and it was, as I said, sometimes if you ask him, he would say that I did that many times in training.
Certainly an absolute bolt from the blue. Yes, Clarendon College were dominant in possession, but they hadn't really tested Damar Blair until that point. And then out of absolutely nothing, a hopeful, we'll say it was a pass.
Yes, so
a
you say
hopeful
it was a pass
from Anthony Reid turns into a sensational goal. And Mannings now have to come out of their shell, and they look to do so, but the cross, that time from Kashan Brown, was over the top.
but from a goalkeeping standpoint, the goalkeeper coach will then be wondering where was his goalkeeper, because if you looked at it, the cross, his positioning was to the near post, and when defending a cross, you want to be in the central area, so you're able to move forward or backward, but being exposed at the back post then makes no sense.
Definitely, and still utterly shocked with that one. It's his 7th goal of the season there, number 7, Anthony Reid. His Mannings again look to go quickly into the feet of KJ Williams, but it's well defended from Clarendon College. And I mean, in a game like this where 10 minutes in, it was been all Clarendon College possession, very little pressure from the front from Mannings, and with CC looking as comfortable as they do on the ball, the last thing Mannings would have wanted would have been to go behind early, and there could be more danger here with Justin Hales looking to put on the tricks here. Goes back to Petgrave though.
There's no pressure on the ball, so this is what Clarendon College will definitely want. Being able to pass the ball around about, move it from side to side to see where the space is. So if Mannings was to adjust from a tactical standpoint, they need to go to man to man to prevent those sick, smooth passing from the Clarendon College team.
Most certainly, and again, there's very little pressure on the ball, and it's come to Richardson, who's found that pocket of space between the lines. Now he can go out wide, couple step overs, but no real
penetration.
Yeah, no real intent that time to get the ball into the box. And for Clarendon College, it all seems fairly simple at the moment. Just holding the ball, avoiding the pressure. KJ Williams is a man on an island at the moment, and it's back with Deshaun Petgrave. Now Hales. Nicolai Forbes now dropping deeper, finding Richardson, looking to go wide. He finds Orion Gale, now back into the middle of the park for Rashawn Sterling. Again, they look to switch it out wide, and you hear the instruction or the comments from the Mannings sideline that they're backing off too much, and you can quickly fall into the trap of sort of death by 1,000 passes when it comes to Clarendon College, because if you don't apply pressure and you let them have the ball, they'll do this all afternoon. So little pressure on Javon Gordon, their captain now, who can just easily play it out wide. And certainly this Mannings low block is not really putting Clarendon under any sort of pressure, and it all seems very, very pedestrian with the pace at the moment of the game.
When you look at teams that are possession based like what Clarendon is employing, what you want to do is, as a defending team or opposing team, you want to employ an high press so that you close the space in which that they can exploit. It will then force them to go over the top, which is what you want, to expose the space at the back. So Clarendon College is in cruise mode.
Yeah, indeed, they're very, very comfortable. And normally when you see teams going to low blocks, there's normally a trigger for when the ball enters a certain area of the pitch that they'll be able to go and press. But we certainly haven't been able to even identify that at the moment. You heard, maybe you picked it up on the microphone, that somebody was saying step up to Siobhan Richardson, the number 8 in the middle of the park, but there was very little pressure on him as well. He's had loads of time, as now Damar Blair goes down in goal for Mannings, and we've seen this a lot this season, and you have to assume it's just an opportunity for his team to receive some tactical instructions from Patrick Graham, and it may definitely be needed, because certainly Daniel, in the opening 17 minutes,
it's all Clarendon College.
It's cruise control for Clarendon.
Yeah, you made mention of Richardson. Over the years, Clarendon College has always been a team that basically play through their 6. So Richardson here is basically the metronome of the team. He dictates the pace of the game, and so far he is playing at his own pace. There's no much pressure on him to force a turnover or anything like that. And over the years, it has always been something we can talk about.
And here's the goal again from out of nowhere, and you can clearly see Damar Blair, he doesn't make an attempt to try and make a save because he thinks it's going over the bar. We thought it was going over the bar, but it was perfectly weighted from Anthony Reid, and that's me giving him credit for the goal.
I won the goal.
But really and truly, as you see a wry smile on his face, that it was, I think it's safe to say it was probably a pass, an attempted pass in behind. But nonetheless, fantastic finish. And now after teams have been able to receive some tactical information, but we'll take a look at it again.
Yeah, I looked up to see where the position of the goalkeeper was. So it may be intentional.
I think we need to give him a bit more credit actually, because he did have a look up, saw that maybe the keeper was off his line,
and said, let me just have a go.
Either way, intentional or not, he'll certainly say that it was. So we'll give him the credit, definitely. And Anthony Reid so far has been the difference in this encounter. And in terms of adjustments that they might have had to make, Mannings, for you, Daniel, certainly it has to be about trying to unsettle Clarendon, no?
Yes. Limit the space that Clarendon is operating in, especially Richardson, who's in the middle of the park. And if they can do that, they will definitely be able to disturb the flow. Because Clarendon College over the years has always been a team that plays with a rhythm. And when that rhythm is disturbed, it causes problems for them as well.
Definitely, and they'll certainly be trying to get a foothold in this game. Throw-in taken by Brown. And again, they look to go forward, and the last thing they want to do is going to have a drop ball here. The referee inadvertently taking a touch. But with the drop ball, playing now back on the way with Clarendon College. Here is their captain, Javon Gordon, out wide now for a rain gale. We've seen so much, or we've said so much of the back four's names, because it's really been them dictating the pace and holding possession for Clarendon College, as well as this man. One of them, Duchesne Pretgrave. Poor pass that time. Richardson under pressure. That was actually Nicola Forbes who was dropping deep again. And Mannings, it's a good interception, and that's what they really need to see more of. Press from the front from Jordan Turner nearly comes to fruition, but the deflection takes it back. Kind deflection for Clarendon College and Liddell Rodney. Still on it here. I look to go wide. Good play from Mannings, but an unfortunate slip from Dayton Williams means that CC can retain possession, and now they have won a free kick through Siobhan Richardson inside their own half.
So we see after the quick tactical break employed by Mannings, they're now finding themselves
in this game. Indeed, the shot is deflected initially, and it comes back indeed to Justin Hales, who was sized down by Glenroy McFarlane. It's going to be a free kick for Clarendon College in a very, very... It's actually a free kick for Mannings, excuse me, in that coming together. As we take another look at it. Yeah, and maybe a push in the back of Glenroy McFarlane that led him into the challenge with Justin Hales. Nonetheless, Mannings look to go forward quickly, and ball cleared out by Clarendon College, and now Mannings will look to create something potentially. Finally, good header towards the box, looking to flick it around the corner for KJ Williams. He's been crowded out well there. Still with Mannings though, one back very well on the edge of the box. Here's Turner looking for options. He's found one, but the pass was poor from Rajon McKenzie. But again, Mannings have won it back, and this is better from them.
Now we're seeing that disruption in the rhythm of how Clarendon wants to play. If you notice, based on the pressure that's applied by Mannings, everyone was behind up the ball because they realized that Mannings is ready to play some football.
Indeed. They're going to come out of their shell ever so slightly, Mannings. On a couple of occasions they won the ball back very quickly after losing it, and that's always a good recipe for success in football.
Ball retention.
Indeed. That's all it will be about for Clarendon College now. Keeping the ball, keeping Mannings away from it. As you see Turner pushing slightly further forward. And then the entire Mannings team now further up the pitch, looking to put some pressure on Clarendon College, but they work it well out wide to Gale, going infield into a pocket of space for Richardson. It's a heavy first touch, and that heavy first touch meant that Mannings were able to apply the pressure and win the ball back. They look to go forward. Good defensive header from Clarendon College or Gale, trying to retain possession, but Mannings do well to win it back, and now they've got some space and they look to go direct. And the ball is now back with Mackenzie against two Clarendon College players, and he couldn't really turn that one around the corner. And then it goes straight out for a Clarendon College throw.
I believe that Mannings High School transition from defense to attack was a little bit more quicker. They could have catch Clarendon College out because they had the numbers going forward.
That's a crucial intervention at the back. Had he not made the challenge, it was Anthony Coley with the challenge. Justin Hales was certainly away if not for that intervention. That's a lovely ball in behind from Nikolai Forbes. Into the box now, Clarendon College. Pulled back to the edge for Justin Hales. It's a strike. Right from the edge of the box. Couldn't get the curl that he wanted on it after he was picked out by Rampasal. More threatening moments for Clarendon College.
That was a really decent passes of play right there. If you can see here, the pass by Rampasal, and then Young Hales trying to open his body to get that shot, curl back into the far post. Unlucky on that time, but I'm sure we'll be seeing much more of that in the game going forward.
Pull up the shirt, gives Mannings the free kick. Now looking again to go direct, try and catch Clarendon College out, but they've done well to defend it, and that's a brilliant bit of skill initially from Anthony Reid, but just a bit too heavy on the touch, and it goes out for a Mannings throw, which they've taken quickly, and they've actually done well to win the second ball now. Here's Mackenzie looking in behind for Jordan Turner, promising this for Mannings. One of the first times in the afternoon we've had to say that, and Turner's cross is right into the arms of Liddell Rodney. It's good positioning because main man Kajay Williams was lurking. Clarendon College immediately looked to come forward again, and nearly a wonderful reverse pass from Justin Hales with a crucial intervention from Mannings, and that time a free kick for Mannings for the foul from Richardson on Rashawn Fletcher, and looked like a big shoulder to shoulder there, but the referee saw enough to give the free kick.
Yes, I think that was, in my view, a 50-50 challenge. Probably one player stronger than one, but it's again, it is the referee's call. And I think I like the ascendancy that Mannings is now employing, that they are already using the width of the field, because St. Elizabeth Technical Field is really a big field.
Yeah. Free kick for Mannings. It's missed initially by Clarendon College, but they do well enough to get it clear on the bounce. Could potentially beat Mannings, and it does. Rampasal is away, but it's very, very good recovery defending from Omar Somerville. He's still got Rampasal to deal with, and that's pretty good pressing from Rampasal to actually win the throw-in for Clarendon College. But initially, Omar Somerville was expertly placed that time.
Yes, and I think the first touch by Rampasal is not something that you can associate with a Clarendon College play over the years, because they're so technically good. Their trainer, Junior Samuels, emphasized on technique over the years, that the players have to be technically sound, and this first touch right there
just let him down. Yeah. Throw-in for Clarendon College, just behind Nair Anderson. They look to clear their lines, Mannings, and they have to be sure here because Richardson is lurking, as is Petgrave. But they do really well that time, managed to get clear. And now it's Kaje Williams looking for the ball in behind. Crucial intervention from Clarendon College, who now look to come forward. A bit of end-to-end stuff here at the moment. It's Rain Gale. Again, very, very good defending from Somerville, who's popped up on the right. Now he's popped up on the left. He's been pretty good so far this afternoon.
Yes, you're going to need a defensive masterclass to kind of reduce the damage that Clarendon College can employ, because if you know that you're using something what we call in football called central progression, where it's progressing the ball in the central spacing and then using the width to affect a cross to create a chance to score.
Back with Clarendon College, lovely skill from their captain Gordon to get away from Jordan Turner. And again, just looking to maintain possession, Richardson. And he thought he had more time than he actually did. Mannings have won it back. Looked like maybe like handball for a minute, but Kaje Williams gets the benefit of the doubt. And then he just gets a straight arm in the chest, and Richardson has to be careful because he's booted the ball away there. And he is actually going to be going into the referee's book for that. So a yellow card for Siobhan Richardson, Clarendon College. And a free kick for Mannings as we inch over into half an hour played at Stets.
Yeah, so the Mannings team seems to be getting in their own stride.
Definitely going into the game.
Exploiting the wide spaces that is left by a high pressing Clarendon College team. So Clarendon College has to be wary that this team can definitely hurt them.
And they look to try and exploit the wide spaces again, as Damar Blair was playing almost a defensive midfield position there, but his pass wasn't able to be controlled by Kashawn Brown. But luckily for them, Somerville again, right place, right time, cleans it up, and here is Mackenzie. Fleet-footed number 10, and now the overlap
space
for Mannings, utilizing the space. Oh, that's a reckless challenge from Rashawn Fletcher. It's going to be another yellow card surely for Clarendon College. Yep, card is out. Fletcher into the book. Excuse me, it's Rashawn Sterling of Clarendon College into the book for that challenge. And I'll tell you what, Dayton Williams showing us a good burst of pace there to get to the ball first and win the free kick.
Yes, so that's the transition that I spoke about earlier, that as long as they can transition from defense to attack quickly, 2-3 passes out wide in the wide spaces, then they can be in business as it relates to going forward and posing an attacking threat against Clarendon College.
I have to give you a credit, Daniel, because you just mentioned that a possession-based team like Clarendon College, who like to press high, who like to push their fullbacks high up the pitch, if you win the ball back quickly and can utilize the space out wide that's vacated, you can certainly be in business. And if not for that challenge from Rashawn Sterling, you know exactly who was in the middle. It was Kaje Williams waiting for the cross. So Mannings certainly growing into this game now, and with the flow of the game, the current game state, I think they've pretty much certainly grabbed more than a foothold. And with this set piece, could this be their route back to level terms? Free kick taken by Mannings into a decent area. Rodney, he parried it. It's still in danger on the second time of asking. He does a lot better with it. And it was crashed off the crossbar on the return from Mannings. And Rain Gale is down, as well as his keeper, Liddell Rodney. They'll be receiving some treatment, but massive chance for Mannings. Daniel, as will certainly take another look at it. Brilliant free kick, Daniel. And it was actually, it was Jordan Turner who caught it so well on the half volley as it bounced. And his head was in his arms because he knew that was a massive chance.
From a tactical point of view, from a goalkeeping point of view, I think Rodney would have made a blunder there, because as long as you can catch the ball, for as long as you can punch the ball, you definitely can catch it. It was under no pressure. So it's that punch that created a chance for the shot to hit the crossbar, and then you recovered to gather the ball to basically bring his team under some ease for his earlier mistake.
Definitely, and I thought certainly he would have caught it. But the man that was alive to it was Jordan Turner. As again, Manning's looking to put on some more pressure, but that's very well done from Clarendon College, what we've come to expect from them. Even when you apply pressure, they've got players with such good technique as Petgrave, looking to do something similar to what Anthony Reid did earlier. And when you have a keeper like Damar Blair, who's we've seen earlier in the game, he likes to come out and sweep nearly, well, not very nearly that time, but there's potential for him to be caught out.
Yeah, so young Blair has to be where that Clarendon College has players that can definitely put him under some pressure and also can cause another wow moment that he had in the opening minutes of this game.
Again, Clarendon College apply that high press, win the ball back, and immediately it's back with Gordon. It's a poor pass from him, uncharacteristically so, but a rain gale. His right back helps him out, and it's back with Javon Gordon. And now Manning's looking like they're just going into a period of rest defense at the moment. It's been a very, very hectic 10 minutes for them where they began to come out of their shell after that cooling break. And now the heat in St. Elizabeth may be having a part to play, because you can just see that beginning to drop off at the moment, and Clarendon College beginning to pick up some more spaces in the middle of the park. Here's Nicolai Forbes. As we know, he loves to drop deep, plays it back now to Rashawn Sterling. And it's with Gordon once again. Out wide now to Gale. Reid tucking infield. And they now find Anthony Reid, the goal scorer, in a good pocket of space, and now he looks to get it back out wide. It's a very decent idea, but Damar Blair, proactive goalkeeping, comes out, makes it his, and he kickstarts what could be a Manning's attack here.
Yeah, no, Manning is on the transition. Another long pass straight forward.
Yeah, just misjudged the pass that time, as there was potential for danger and a free kick here for Clarendon College, but Manning's had two players in attack there. It was sort of a 2-on-2 situation, but had the pass been a little bit better, could have fashioned something from it. But here's a bit of a better pass. If Hales can keep it in, he can, but nobody there to pick up the pieces for Clarendon College. And again, Manning's clearance isn't a good enough one. Clarendon College applying that pressure, and it's back with Anthony Reid. Out wide now to Nair Anderson, looking to take this around his defender, but that's
good defending.
Very, very good defending, and he's actually won the free kick as well. It's Chance Green over there in the left back position. Is it? And she's given a free kick to Clarendon College here. And yeah, as you see, Damar Blair looking to organize his wall. We thought for sure
it would have been a Manning's goal.
Yeah, we thought it would have been a Manning's free kick, and we thought that Chance Green had done well enough to retain possession, regain possession, but the referee saw something she didn't like, and Clarendon College have an opportunity from a free kick. It's a decent free kick headed away at the first time of asking by Manning's. Now they try and engineer a counter attack, but can't get past that first line of press from Clarendon College. Forbes looking to spear it out wide for Nair Anderson. It's going to fall for Petgrave. Very good challenge from Chance Green that time. Clarendon College throw. Throwing taken, and poor pass from Gordon. And now Mackenzie can look to lead Manning's forward, and it was a difficult ball to control on the turn for Jordan Turner. And unfortunately for both him and Mackenzie, weren't able to fashion something out of that one.
Clarendon College now being forced to make some uncharacteristic type of errors, which is unlike Clarendon College, but yet again, it's a game of football and it is played on the day, no matter the pedigree that you may have. So Manning's is definitely coming in their own for this game. So yes, I'm very much pleased with what I'm seeing.
Manning's throw on this far side. Chance Green with the throw in back to Somerville. That's a brilliant first touch from Jordan Turner, and he does really, really well to hold out the play, retain possession for Mannings, and that's something they haven't really had so far this first half, but it's a poor pass again, and it could be danger here for Mannings. It's brilliant play from Justin Hales. He's still going, and it's a last-ditch intervention from Lee Anthony Coley, the man that initially gave it away, and he, at least for the moment being, makes amends for his mistake.
Yeah, definitely. A wonderful burst of speed from Justin Hales, seeing a pocket of space, that stop and go, and then that last defending that ended in a corner for Clarendon College.
Indeed, and as we said, Coley had to make that challenge because Justin Hales was away there. And now Coley and Somerville will have some defending to do. Corner kick for Clarendon College into a decent area, and that time it's Damar Blair who punches it away. Only as far as a Clarendon College player, and there was a massive chance. It's Rwani Rampasal who was arriving inside the 6-yard box, and inches away from goal, somehow it spoons over the crossbar.
Precisely. Lovely cross. Probably can't believe his luck in an onrushing Blair.
Certainly couldn't believe his luck. It was a gorgeous pass into the box, and he just tried to open his body up and guide it into the back of the net, but just got under it a bit too much, Rwani Rampasal. And it's denied Justin Hales what would have been a fantastic assist.
Another thing that Clarendon College has in their armory over the years is that they're very, very much dangerous from set plays.
Maybe there was danger there for Mannings, but very good goalkeeping from Liddell Rodney to get out there and make that ball his. Again, Clarendon College give it away. Mackenzie was very well placed, and now they potentially have numbers with Jordan Turner, but that's a poor touch from him. Nonetheless, they've won it back. Here's Mackenzie looking for the overlap here from Williams. Williams infield, lovely 1-2. It's back with Dayton Williams, and it took a deflection that nearly caught out Liddell Rodney. But very, very good goalkeeping, great reactions to make the stop that time.
By Rodney. Lovely intricate play here. A quick 1-2. Back on his stronger foot. An unfortunate deflection would have cost the Est join this contest to be 1-1 if Rodney was not quick to react.
Indeed, it was Rashawn Sterling that the ball took a deflection off. And here is Kajay Williams against two Clarendon College players. He's got bags of skill, Williams. And it nearly comes to fruition there for Mannings, but it's still with them. Here's Dayton Williams. And a shot from distance. I tell you what, Rodney was rooted to the spot.
He's
and
very
had
upset.
That one bit on target. It would have been a wonder goal because, as you could see, as you said, he was very upset with his defenders. A decent effort from distance there from Mannings.
Lovely technique.
There's Rajan Mackenzie. And again, the last couple of minutes, it's been Dayton Williams knitting things together on that right side for Mannings. Took it out of the sky and put it on a platter for Mackenzie. Unfortunately for him, he couldn't execute the spectaculars. Rodney is down, and now the referee has spotted it with just a few minutes plus added time to play at the end of this first half. And it's another opportunity for
the coaches to get their tactical changes in.
Indeed, and for you, Daniel, in this first half, I know we spoke about early on that it looked very comfortable for Clarendon College.
Yeah.
But in terms of the first half as a whole so far, what have your thoughts been on this game between these two teams?
I think it's a watchable game so far. Not the fireworks that we were expected because both teams are excellent attacking teams. As I said, Clarendon College have had the better of the first 15 to 20 minutes, which brought a goal in play. But after the tactical water break in play from Mannings came into their own, and then we're seeing the fruits of their labor in the closing minutes of this first half.
Certainly, and they've definitely grown into this game. They've had now a couple of chances. Rodney's been made to work on a couple of occasions, and I think definitely Patrick Graham would be pleased with how his charges have adjusted in this game, and Devon Anderson certainly, as he's having a word, an intense talking to with his players. He'll be looking for them to regain their control of this fixture. Primarily, you assume for Devon Anderson, it's about getting into halftime with a 1-goal lead secured and then building from there.
And I think Coach Graham can be very pleased that you talk about tradition. Remember, Mannings is also the ruler under 16 champions, defending champions. So a lot of those players would have matriculated to this Dakar Soccer team. So there's some level of cohesion between this Mannings school. Unfortunate not to be in the, not to be in the Dakar Soccer, but the Ven Francis Cup does present an opportune time, an opportunity for them to win a trophy.
Yeah, to put it all together, as you see, they're very, very well supported. Supporters coming across, making the journey from Westmoreland to Santa Cruz. And they've certainly been making their voices heard and looking to help push their team over the line this afternoon. And Mannings again win it back very well, and they're looking for the ball in behind for Jordan Turner. And Rashawn Sterling cleans it all up for Clarendon College, who have got to be on their toes here.
So these transition in the middle area, mid half of the football field, has really given Clarendon College a hard time. And because based on the fact that Mannings, they do have players who have skill and pace, they're definitely hidden for a hard time come second half.
Could be hard times here as well, as it's a brilliant turn by Williams, and he fires it across the box, but there was nobody there for Mannings. It was a gorgeous turn and a brilliant pass, and very, very nearly danger for Clarendon College.
Brilliant turn right here, and hard whip right across the goal. That's where you want your number 9, Young Williams, to be. And you would have had an easy tap in and said, hey, that's the easiest goal I've ever scored in my life.
Yeah, and I tell you what, Dayton Williams, the strength he's shown initially to hold off a big man in a Ray Gale, had to show very good strength, and it was sort of the perfect pass, as you said, for a striker, and it was Roger McKenzie who was arriving at the back stick. Just couldn't anticipate it well enough. And again, Clarendon College off the hook. But for how long? Maybe another chance here for Mannings. More good strength from Dayton Williams, who's been their best player this first half in attack. He's still going, he's crowding out now when he tries to find McKenzie. And they do well to win it back high up the pitch. That time was Glenroy McFarlane applying the pressure. But still, with Clarendon College, just their throw. They'll look to throw this one down the line, alleviate some pressure, but again, McFarlane, that's not, it's actually Rashawn Fletcher pushing higher up the pitch to help with the press. Winning that ball initially. Still with Clarendon College. Now they look to play through it, and that pass just a bit too quick for Justin Hales that time, who hadn't quite gotten on his bike yet. So for another Clarendon College round, they won't be too unhappy about this, being able to tick away at the clock and run this one out, get into halftime with their 1-goal lead still intact.
Because of the improved pressure by the Mannings school, Richardson no longer has that freedom in the middle of the park to turn and do what he wants.
Certainly.
Because he's a metronome of the team and they play through him. So they have to be using the wide spaces now in their build-up phase going forward. Here's he on the ball.
Won it back now. Picks out a gorgeous pass to the right side, but it's very well won back by Chance Green. And that time he actually wins the free kick, and we've now played the 2 minutes plus. So not long now left in the first half. And what started out looking like it wouldn't be too entertaining, but as Mannings have grown into this first half, a very decent showing from both teams. And there is the halftime whistle. There's not been too much in it. It was a moment of magic from Anthony Reid that broke the deadlock. But Mannings, they started slowly but surely, they're growing into this game. And halftime scoreline here from Stets. It's Clarendon College 1, Mannings School 0. We'll be back after this with first half highlights and more.
Jamaica's season for giving thanks for what matters. It's the time to show up, be there for each other, and to feed our hope for a brighter tomorrow. Celebrate being together with a KFC festive feast. Get the new festive 9 bucket. Proceeds from each festive feast purchase go towards hurricane relief. KFC is finger-licking good.
Come on now, ping pong chairs, choo-choos, amazing, taste so good. Feed your cravings, chocolate rich, you'll be craving more and more and more and more. Here comes the craze. Ping pong chairs and choo-choos, feed your cravings, you know you want to.
Now it's a party with ping pong.
Team, we need to pass the ball quicker, much quicker. And you need to make sure I'm the coach. And I'm the assistant coach. No. Your job is to bring the water and keep us hydrated. Matter of fact, where's the water? I've got it, coach.
Welcome back to Stets for Ben Francis Cup semi-final action. Halftime in the clash between Clarendon College and Mannings School sees the scoreline. The Clarendon College 1, Mannings 0. We're going to take you through first half highlights right now. It was a game that really started with Clarendon College in control, and it was a moment of magic, you have to say, from Anthony Reid, taking aim from distance, seeing Damar Blair off his line, caught everyone off guard, including us in commentary, and it was a sensational goal, perfectly weighted right into that bottom corner, and Damar Blair's head dropped, and at that point the Mannings' heads had dropped, and they weren't really providing much threat in this game. Clarendon College were able to pass it around, have another opportunity there through Justin Hales, good interplay with Rampasal, but couldn't get the curl on it. But slowly but surely, Mannings grew into the game, and Jordan Turner had a huge chance after Liddell Rodney failed to deal with this initial free kick, chose to punch instead of to try and catch it, and Jordan Turner's shot came rattling off the crossbar. Nonetheless, Clarendon College came forward once again, and what a huge chance that was for Rouhani Rampasal. Yards away from goal, but couldn't make the most of it, and then this man Dayton Williams was a live wire late in the first half, and that deflected shot, luckily Liddell Rodney was able to be up for it for Clarendon College. More good work from Williams, laid it off to Mackenzie, and his strike from distance, that time well wide of the goal. And then again, Dayton Williams, the live wire, tried to fire that one across, but Mackenzie just wasn't quite on the same page. And here are your first half stats. 4 shots to 5. Mannings actually having more of the shots and the shots on target in that first half. As I said, they really did grow into that first half so well. 6 fouls for Clarendon College, 4 for Mannings, and both yellow cards of the game have gone to Clarendon College. 1 corner in this game so far, and it came for Clarendon College, with the team from Clarendon having the lion's share of possession. And we're going to go on the pitch for some interviews.
Yeah, thank you. I am here at the St. Elizabeth High Technical Ground. It's here, Mannings between Clarendon College. 1-0 is the score in favor of Clarendon College. And I'm here with the National Under-17 representative, former National Under-17 representative, and as well the former captain of Mannings High School, Javin Williams. How are you, bro?
Well, I'm not feeling so good right now because, my school is under one, so the feeling is not very good right now.
Yeah, I could just imagine, but coming back in Jamaica, I know you must feel happy, to be back amongst your family and thing, especially, for KJ Williams, which is his younger brother, actually, just following in his footsteps. There was a hurricane, obviously, and, coming back. Just speak to me on how you motivated me, as an older brother.
After every game, his mistakes, I always watch back the games, look at his mistakes, tell him, because I play at a high level and the pace is much faster. So certain things that he does, I tell him that if he do it at the higher level, he's going to get tackled or he's going to get hurt. So yeah, every game I look back and I tell him about his mistakes and I tell him what to do to correct it. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, but
you said about the higher level, right? High about the level, old school, right? University of Cumberland, right? That's a really big school, Just speak to me about your first 6 months there in college,
Well, eligibility reasons, I didn't play this season, but my team made a good run. We went to the nationals and we lost 1-0 unfortunately in the semi-finals, but it was a good run because a lot of my teammates got picked for the tournament squad and for like all-American team, so it was a good run this season for us. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, if you were in that back line, you could pretty much get that title. Definitely. All right, thanks, Javin. It was always a pleasure talking to you, and hope we can see you on the bigger stage at times. Thank you. Respect. Yeah, and that's it. You have it there from Javin Williams. He's hoping for his team to come out as the finalists here on Saturday, in that Ben Francis final. And yeah, after the break.
Merry Money Mania loan promotion. This Christmas, borrow big and win bigger. Get $1.5 million or $2 million in loans at special reduced rates, plus a chance to win your share of $1 million. And new customers get double entries. The promotion runs from October 15 and is now extended to January 30, 2026. Visit any Chris and Charles branch or chrisandcharles.com for details. Chris and Charles, making life merry again. Conditions apply. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
His love for the sporting discipline that made him an outstanding student athlete came during his teenage years. He was, however, hell-bent on excelling in his chosen discipline despite the odds: water polo. This extraordinary individual is Darren Ray Donaldson.
My favorite sports were swimming and football. From a young age, I like to swim. I've been swimming since around 2. My parents just already threw me in that sport, and from then on it's just been from there. I've always been in the pool. It started from summer camp after prep school, where a coach, or one of the coaches actually from here, were doing a water polo camp, and they teased me saying that I wasn't good. So from there I was very competitive. Well, I still am very competitive, so I took that as to I want to be the best.
He was simply exciting to watch, with an elegance that took him to the top. He was soon made captain of the Wolmer's High School boys team that won 3 consecutive ISA championships.
It was really good, it was really fun. I was proud to represent my school. It was a good moment where we finally took that crown away from the previous winners.
His rapid progress gained him selection on the national team for several major championships. What was it like for him wearing the national colours on the global stage?
It was, if high school was hard work, representing the national team was hard work was the lifestyle. Every day wake up, train. Obviously you deal with the tertiary level education or work or whatever you have to deal with, but it's always hard work, dedication, and just focus on a particular goal that the coach set out for us.
The sport has been good to him since being a teenager, and the highs and lows have made him the person he is today.
There was a lot of, I won't say a lot, there were some downs, and you just have to work through it, but for the most part I'd say it's successful. If I could go back, I think I'd be even like more of an animal, more of a beast, because now I understand what it takes. I won't have those same nerves when I just got onto the international stage. Now I know that I have to do things this way, I have to train things this way. Now that I have more stable body parts, my knees won't give out in certain areas or less injuries, I can go a lot harder than I did before.
For a country that is not known as a major force in water polo, Darren's feat is just extraordinary, particularly on the international stage as a player and referee. But what is he doing these days?
Film industry. So when it deals with like production or in front of the camera or commercials or anything like that, that's where my interest is right now. But I would also like to go back to referee school to maybe referee a couple international matches.
That's it for another edition of Where Are They Now? Until next week, same time, same place.
Have the blackout curtains, I know, yes. Yeah, blackout curtains, so that we can sleep a little longer in life. See this? Blackout curtains. Pillows.
Everybody needs a pillow now.
Yeah.
Don't forget pillows for the hurricane victims.
Yeah.
Size.
Love this. Okay. Nicey.
For decorative for your couch
covers, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Nice.
When you want to decorate for your house,
nice.
Everybody has to fix
Super
up and
soft,
feel good
yeah.
about Christmas. Get out all the bad luck, put in all the new look.
Absolutely.
And then the hurricane victims need sheets.
Sure. Yeah.
So let's not forget the little things that we don't think about.
True.
We really don't. We need to help them get their feet back on and
feel as normal as possible. Yeah, feel as normal as possible so that they don't lose hope.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we're not going to.
Yeah.
We are resilient people.
Yeah.
We will get through this.
Absolutely.
So we have all of these.
I love the different colors. What's your favorite color, Natalie?
Blue.
Blue. Okay.
I'm a blue girl.
Yes, I'm a purple girl. But I love colors. Colors are I find colors to be cheerful. They make you feel good. They make you feel
It's very
nice.
important. So we also have the towels.
Nice.
Beach towels, hand towels, wash rags, and feel it.
Nice. Quality is nice.
Very nice. Nice and fluffy.
Fluffy. That is it.
And then the colors.
Yeah,
all
very
of the
vibrant.
vibes.
Yeah.
It's happiness. It's feeling of happiness.
CVM Sports is a schoolboy football is brought to you by KFC, Ping Pong, Catch, Water, Pringles, Shoe Shake, Powerade, Burt's Auto Parts.
Welcome back to CVM TV's live and exclusive coverage of the Ben Francis Cup semi-final. It's Clarendon College against Mannings. It's 1-0 at halftime, and Mannings have 45 minutes to try and rescue something from this game. Lana going in the commentary booth alongside Daniel Bent. And Daniel, in the second half, what exactly do you think we can expect to see from both teams?
I'm expecting to see an improved performance. by Mannings. In the latter part of the first half, they were coming into their own, applying a lot of pressure, which alluded to them getting a shot on target that hit the crossbar. So yes, Clarendon College now needs to get back into their own way of style of playing this football, is moving the ball quickly from defense to attack, and so they can see if they can create chances to score more goals.
As play is now underway once again, Manning's looking to go forward quickly and direct to Jordan Turner. No substitutes to speak of at halftime for either side. And obviously this game kicking off simultaneously to the other Ben Francis Cup semi-final between Cornwall College and McGrath. So we will keep you updated on that fixture as the scores come in. Early free kick for Clarendon College. It's actually an early throw-in, excuse me. Clarendon will look to establish some possessional dominance once again with Gordon. Now Orion Gale back to his captain, Javon Gordon. Gordon looks to go long early. And it's a battle in the midfield. And that time Nicola Forbes a bit too overzealous in his challenge with Rashawn Fletcher. And Manning's come away with the free kick.
There's an update in the other game between Cornwall College and McGrath High. Cornwall College leading 1-0. And that game is played at Jocksall, the home of Mount Pleasant Football Academy in St. Anne.
Big goal for Cornwall College as a strike from distance from Rashawn Fletcher is easy for Liddell Rodney. So as things stand, still 45 minutes to play in both games, but as things stand, looking like an all-CC final in the Ben Francis Cup. But as we said, have to wait to see if Mannings or indeed McGrath can come back in their games. But it's good forward play here from Clarendon College and very strong play from Somerville, still looking to challenge and win the ball back. Just bullied Anderson off the ball. Here's Rampasal though, looking to curl one from distance, and he's crowded out really well by Mannings, but Rampasal, he won it back initially, but now he's lost out to Jordan Turner, who nearly left the ball behind, but he did really well to keep a hold of possession. Now Mackenzie, out wide, looking for Williams. Dainton Williams now finds Kajay Williams. Good first touch, but not good enough as he was under pressure from Orion Gale. And Clarendon College can escape, but again, so much better from Mannings in the second half to start, because they've won the ball back on a couple of occasions early on, and then they've done so again. And Clarendon College out of the break look a bit unsettled, but that will settle them down and bring a bit of skill from Nicola Forbes. He's got Rampasal for support to his right, looks for the pass to Rampasal, it's just behind him, and Chance Green can look to clean things up for Mannings, but his clearance isn't a good enough one. It falls to Anthony Reid infield, looking for Nicola Forbes. It's now Nair Anderson, cuts back onto his right foot, plays it back to Justin Hales on the edge of the box, looking for a strike from distance is Hales, but he was always getting under that one. And Devon Anderson knows that was a big chance for his team.
So another turnover in the middle of the park by the Manning School, which alluded and presented the opportunity for Clarendon College to get another look in on their goal. Unfortunately, that shot over the bar by Justin Hales didn't really affect the goalkeeper Blair in the goal for Manning School.
Here's Mackenzie again, trying to find that defense-splitting pass, looking for his captain Kajay Williams. It's cleaned up well by Clarendon College, and now they can look to play things out, and it's a late challenge that time, and it's certainly, you think it's going to be a yellow card. It is going to be a yellow card. And referee has shown the yellow card. It's not actually to the number 13, because indeed the challenge here was made. Crunching challenge. It was Kashan Brown, who was a player booked for Mannings. Number 8. Just a tad late that time. It was number 8 and number 8 as Richardson is down in a heap for Clarendon College.
At that point in time, a little bit too much of an overzealous tackle by young Brown from the Manning School.
Yeah, Richardson still feeling the effects, and he looks a bit worse for wear as he's receiving treatment now. And the referee Larissa Golson has had to go to her pocket on a couple of occasions now. First yellow card in the second half after we saw 2 in the first half, both for Clarendon College. Just looking to keep a lid on things, refereeing crew, but Richardson looks like he should be okay to continue.
So you may mention of the hope of having an RCC finals. Would you then say that finals will determine Lyle which CC is really CC?
Daniel, I'm not going to let you put me on the spot there, but one might say that could be the narrative of a final between Clarendon College and Cornwall College. However, you know, I will decline to comment until further notice as Mannings get us back on the way. Excuse me, Clarendon College get us back on the way with their free kick. Here's Nair Anderson looking to battle it out with Coley. Nearly beat him. And then Mannings look to get things clear and they can actually work it well here. Kajay Williams looking for the first time pass to the opposite side for Mackenzie. Lovely weight on the pass, but equally good defending from Javon Gordon. Clarendon College again win things back. That's good play in the middle from Nicolai Forbes, but the pass just under the feet of Justin Hills at a crucial moment.
Nair Anderson, just a reminder, has 3 goals and 1 assist so far this season. Has been very lively on the left-hand side of the Clarendon College attack.
And the player down again. Yeah, it's still Siobhan Richardson for Clarendon College. It's the second time he's gone down. He's still reeling from that earlier challenge from Kashawn Brown. And doesn't look too promising for young Siobhan Richardson, who, as you said, in the early stages of that first half, he was crucial to the way Clarendon College were playing. He was their metronome, keeping things ticking in the middle of the park. But now, as we said, it's not looking promising at all. And maybe they'll have to prepare a substitution, but we will just confirm if and when it happens, as Clarendon College gets us back on the way with Nicolai Forbes. Heavy first touch, but second one is a better one to get wide now to look for Justin Hales. Cutting infield. I think it was Rampasol actually on that far side. Still with Clarendon College and Mannings being urged by their technical staff to step forward. Nonetheless, the long ball forward claimed by Damar Blair, and he's going to look to release Williams early or Turner. In the end, it was defended well by Clarendon College, but it's going to fall to Kajay Williams. Brilliant work from him. Kajay Williams driving onto his left foot. Still Kajay Williams. Brilliant challenge from Gordon. Williams still there, and he tries it across. And it's Jordan Turner who turns it home for Manning School. They've been so much improved since they conceded midway through that first half. And now they have the fruits of their labor. Kajay Williams, the architect. Jordan Turner, the equalizer.
As I spoke about in the first half, the pace that Manning School has on the wings. A sloppy turnover in the middle of the park for Clarendon College. Down the line, cut back, goal.
Simple as you like, but cannot speak enough about Kajay Williams and his determination here. Wins the ball there initially, and it's 1 against 2 at the moment, 1 against 3 really. Drives down that left side. Good challenge from Gordon, but he gets back to his feet immediately before Rodney can come to claim it. And it's a perfect pick out for Jordan Turner, who was arriving. It was a good challenge initially from Gordon, but look at the determination from Williams. And Turner sweeps it home. He was the match winner in the quarterfinals against Christiana. That was his 5th goal of the season. This one is his 6th. And with 54 minutes played, we certainly have a game on our hands.
Poor positioning by tracking back by Anthony Reid, was closest to the ball when the goal was scored. And the coaching staff will be looking at that and say, hey, the position was wrong, which led to the goal.
Now, Clarendon College will have it all to do. Some substitutes warming up for Manning's challenge there between Forbes and Williams. Clarendon College looking to work it over to this right side. There's Orion Gale, now Rampasal. Looks for the return for Orion Gale. It's a decent pass, it's a very, very good challenge from Chance Green. There you see Orion Gale having one or two words with Rampasal, who was in the middle. Excuse me, it was Nikolai Forbes who was in the middle, looking for that pass, and cannot discount the fact that before that goal, Siobhan Anderson, as we see now, player coming on for Clarendon College,
was replaced.
Yeah, and Richardson is just replaced, but for the period of play there, CC were playing with 10 men as Richardson was off receiving treatment, and only now has the substitution been made. But they do have a corner kick here with Petgrave. Doesn't beat the first man though, but he'll have another opportunity here. If he can keep it in, yes he can. Looks to drop the shoulder and tries to go short, but it's a poor pass. It's well intercepted by Mannings, and now they look to clear their lines, but unfortunate deflection off of Kajay Williams means it's once again throw in for Clarendon College. A ball swept into the box. Up but not out. And then, luckily for Manning School, Damar Blair was up for the task. And he looks to get his team going early. They win the second ball through Williams. Now here's Kajay Williams. Two Williams is trying to combine there, but they lose out on possession. Still with Clarendon College. And a free kick here for Clarendon College in sort of midway into the Manning's half. Free kick taken short. Now they look to potentially get a strike from distance here. Takes a nick, and it's going to be a corner kick for Clarendon College.
Another opportunity for Clarendon College to provide some level of threat from a set piece opportunity.
Justin Hales with a corner kick. In-swinging delivery. It's a very good delivery. And two players were arriving. One of them was Ronnie Wampasal, but he couldn't get sufficient contact on it. Sterling was also there, but luckily for Mannings, the chance goes begging.
Yes, another lovely delivery by Justin Hales, and young Sterling was unchallenged. I had the opportunity for a free header to put his name on the score sheet yet again.
That time it's a free kick from Mannings, and to be fair to the referee, she's been very consistent. Some may have said that a couple of the free kick decisions have been maybe a bit soft, but she's called it consistently across the board. And the contact there deemed sufficient for an infringement. Mannings have their free kick. Somerville to take, and it's going to be straight into the arms of Little Rodney, and that's a chance that they don't utilize. The player on for Clarendon College was Andre Brooks to replace Siobhan Richardson. Throw-in taken by Clarendon College. Still with it, looking to utilize that neat interplay. But Chance Green was equal to it. Mannings give it away, and it's back with Clarendon College. Here's the substitute, Brooks. Ball played out wide for Petgrave. Good drop of the shoulder. Can he find the overlap? Yes, he can. Now Forbes looking for the 1-2 with Justin Hales. Gives Rampasal out there. Hales in the middle, and a ball into the box. And that time it's much better watched by Damar Blair as he sees that one go high and wide for a Manning's goal kick.
Love the intricate play there on the left side, which has borne bear fruit for this Clarendon College team from the first half, and they're yet again trying to make it happen once again.
Long ball forward. Clarendon College sweep it up. Here's Rampasal. Plays it back to Orion Gale. And again, Manning's looking to press high, and they've won it back here. Kajay Williams was trying to get on the end of it. They nearly won it back. Chance Green, their left back, pressing so high up the pitch. Can Clarendon College take advantage of it? Not quite yet, and that's poor play from them. Uncharacteristic errors being caused by the Manning's pressure.
Yes, as I was saying, in the first half, possession-based teams, as long as you apply pressure and you deny them the opportunity to be comfortable on the football, turnovers is almost inevitable.
At that time, another free kick given. It's another Manning's free kick, and it's more defending for Clarendon College. They haven't really taken advantage of their set play so far, Manning's, but as Dayton Williams strolls across here to provide the left-footed option, Kajay Williams also there for the right footer. Maybe a chance here for Manning's to make use of the set piece. It's Kajay Williams hooked towards the middle of the goal, and that one easy enough for Liddell Rodney, who now looks to go long. Headed away and then kept in play very well by Rashawn Fletcher. Here is Jordan Turner, the goal scorer, trying to escape from pressure. He's done well to get away from Petgrave initially, and he's actually done well to dig out the cross as well. Orion Gale heads it back into his own box, and luckily for him, well, unluckily, it's still with Manning's, and then Clarendon College can get it clear, but dangerous stuff there from Orion Gale. Again, Manning's look to go forward, and this time it's once again back to Liddell Rodney.
So based on the fact that Clarendon College tend to employ a high line, Manning's has recognized that and looking to exploit the spaces behind them, behind that back line.
Most certainly. Manning's throw. The referee has seen something off the ball. And we'll just have a slight break in play here. And so far, as it's, can just see confirmation that it's Liddell Rodney who's gone down, and this one maybe a bit more than a tactical one, because we saw him go down pointing to a similar area in the first half. And Clarendon College just having a huddle on the pitch, looking to sort things out between themselves as we take another look at the goals. The first one, moment of magic from Anthony Reid. Looked up, saw Damar Blair off his line, and dinked the goalkeeper from around about 35 yards out. Fantastic finish. And Damar Blair was made to pick the ball out of his net. But in the second half, Manning's making use of all their good work, and Kajay Williams, it had to be him to be the catalyst. Great challenge by Gordon. Williams immediately back to his feet. Lovely pullback. And Jordan Turner was on hand to slam it into the back of the net. But such good play from Kajay Williams. The determination from him made the goal. Play is now back on the way, with the scores notched at 1 goal apiece. And just a reminder, should the scoreline remain 1-1 at the end of 90 minutes, this game will go straight to penalty kicks. And we know exactly how the last penalty shootout between these two ended up. And we know that what we highlighted two of the players as Manning's have won it back in a dangerous area. They've still got it, Manning's. They're trying to orchestrate something, but it's crowded out well by Clarendon College, who can now look to break away on a counter-attack of their own. And they've got numbers here. Clarendon College looking for the switch. They actually tried to play it into the feet of Rampasal, but poor from him. And a poor attempted clearance nearly gives Jordan Turner the chance to run away at goal. Instead goes back to Kajay Williams. He's looking for the switch. Just misjudged that one. Did Williams as he was looking for his namesake on the far side. And Clarendon College can look to ease back into possession. But as I was just saying, we remember that two of the players, as we highlighted, their captain Kajay Williams and their goalkeeper Damar Blair, two crucial players, were in that penalty shootout. And it was Kajay Williams on that day who missed, or his crucial penalty was saved to give Clarendon College the win in that Costa Cup semi-final. So should we go to penalty kicks, may just be some retribution on the line for Mannings. But here's Clarendon College. They won't want to go to penalty kicks, but with passes like that, won't be able to orchestrate things, will they?
It's almost like can we then say that based on the pressure that is applied by the Manning school, is there some level of nerves kicking in?
There might just be. I mean, the pressure has certainly been telling us again. Justin Hale's a player you wouldn't characterize for sloppy play, loses out in the middle of the park, and it might be nerves, but at the same time, it might just be credit to the Manning's press because they've been such an improved side since they conceded. And it's going to be a strike from distance, but that one always swerving away from little Rodney's goal. Dayton Williams with the effort. But I think the credit certainly has to go to Mannings and the way that they've recovered in this game, the way that they've grown into this game, and certainly credit to Patrick Graham because you can clearly see his tactical adjustments have made a big difference in the second half. It's a massive reason why they're currently on level terms.
And Dayton Williams has been the catalyst in the wide spaces for Manning School. He's almost involved in everything that is positive for Mannings.
This time Nicola Forbes wins it back. He can drive Clarendon College forward. Lovely bit of skill on the far side and a strike coming in from Nair Anderson. It was blocked and it's a good layoff from Mackenzie. Now they look to get it out wide to Dayton Williams, and one of the only times he's put a foot wrong this game as he miscontrols that ball. Just losing the ball in the sky there. Kajay Williams, but still with Mannings and with Mackenzie. And they try and look to play the ball through the middle, but that time Andre Brooks was well placed and he can look to play a ball in behind. Very, very good recovery defending again. That time it was Rashawn Fletcher. Ball now will trickle out for a Clarendon College throw. As the referee's whistle goes, I think we'll have another slight stoppage in play, or slight pause. As here there's a player down for Mannings who's going to require some attention. And with that, it is indeed Rashawn Fletcher who was a player that just made the challenge. But again, another opportunity for teams to take on hydration and take on tactical instructions from Patrick Graham and Devon Anderson. And Daniel, I'll go to you with the goal for Mannings. You're now on level pegging. Is it a case where for Patrick Graham you try and continue with the tactics that got you back into the game and look to potentially go for a winner, or do you try and revert to the way you started this game because your tactics from the start were clearly to try and sit in, to soak in pressure, but now you're back on level pegging, now it looks like you have some control of the game? What do you think goes through the mind of Patrick Graham at the moment?
I think Coach Graham will be thinking that, hey, let's continue the tactical approach that we have had in applying the pressure, closing the space that Clarendon College tend to occupy to create chances for themselves, and let us see if we can go for another goal. Because if you allow a revert to sitting back against a Clarendon College team that is definitely coming into your own for the second half, you might be in troubles.
Definitely inclined to agree with you there, because as you mentioned a couple of times, since that initial break in play and the opportunity for Mannings to make that tactical shift. They've been much improved. They've been a very good team in this game. Nonetheless, they're against a fantastic team in Clarendon College who will certainly be looking to win this game outright in 90 minutes rather than go to penalties. Mannings trying to do the same here, and that ball is not cleared by Orain Gale. Kajay Williams is onto it, but Orain Gale does well to recover and puts it out for a Mannings throw. Chance Green comes forward, takes the throw into his captain, Kajay Williams, and again Orain Gale doing his defensive duties. This is exactly where you want the ball if you're Mannings School. And just going to have a pause. We won't quite have the throw-in taken just yet. The referee wasn't quite ready for play to resume. And it's because there are some substitutions for Mannings, and it's actually the number 15 Dayton Williams who's going off as play is now back on the way. Williams as well as Rashawn Fletcher have gone off for Mannings as Clarendon College win the ball back, and they look to clear their lines, and they've been replaced by Jordan Gray as well as the number 19. So we'll just confirm the other player who's come on for Mannings, but double change for them, and surprised to see Dayton Williams go off, but maybe a case of fresh legs. And when you look at the front three, even though Williams has been extremely good in this game, you look at Kajay Williams, the captain, he's not going to come off. You look at Jordan Turner, the goal scorer, certainly don't want to take him off, so freshening up the front line with a substitution. And Jordan Gray will have a chance to lay his handprints on this game. Here he is. Gray looking down the line for Jordan Turner. Very good defending. Expertly done that time from Rashawn Sterling. Still with Clarendon College and Deshaun Petgrave. Now ball into the middle of the park for Andre Brooks. Looking for Anthony Reid, the goal scorer. Forced backwards though. Good pressure from Mannings. Back with Orain Gale. Gordon infield once again. Looking for Brooks. Does well to skip away from the challenge, and now looking for Orain Gale. Lovely weight on the pass. Chance Green looking to do his duties. Might have been a stray arm, and the referee agrees. Chance Green isn't too happy about it, but Orain Gale has he won the free kick actually, because he's making his way away from the challenge, and he hasn't won the free kick. It's actually Manning's free kick. Ball played out by Clarendon, but headed back in by Mannings. Another aerial duel in the middle of the park. Falls for Nair Anderson. Now Deshaun Petgrave. Looking long. Decent idea on the pass, but well defended. But he couldn't keep it in, did Lee Anthony Coley. Still with Clarendon College and Rampasal, but his touch was poor, and it affords a chance for Mannings to clear their lines. And the pressure is nearly telling. It is telling for Mannings School. Here's the substitute, Gray. He's got 3 players up with him, but it's very, very good defending there. But they need to clear their lines, and they haven't really done so. It's Kajay Williams, and they do well to crowd him out because it was a fantastic turn. And if he didn't make that challenge, he was certainly away. Still with Clarendon College. Gordon plays it out wide to Petgrave. Coming up on a quarter of an hour left to play in this game. Both sides searching for a crucial go-ahead goal, a goal that would see them potentially into the Ben Francis Cup final. Great challenge from Chance Green. And he's won the throw-in as well. Very, very good defending.
Yeah, Justin is trying to get on the ball to affect the chance creation for Clarendon College. Mannings has somewhat taken over the middle of the park. And Young A's is trying to get his team going yet again.
Stretch him out. Stretch him out, Jordan. See that? Yo, back. Higher. In that shape. Yeah, man.
Still with Clarendon College, and now it's Deshaun Petgrave. Lovely bit of skill. Now plays it infield. Looking to go up, back and through. Now when they do so well, lovely ball across the box. It's brilliant play from Clarendon College and Rampasal. How has he not scored there? It was expertly done. Playing it from left to right, utilizing the space. And Rampasal had all the time in the world to pick his spot. And somehow he couldn't find the corner, and up the other end. Here's Gray for Mannings as he's taken down. Referee says no free kick. Another player down for Mannings, and the referee will cause for a pause in proceedings. But what a chance for Rampasal.
Another sweeping play. And then a lovely cross by Reed. Lovely first touch by Rampasal, but he was trying to go across the goalkeeper's body. But the purchase on the shot was a bit tame. Hence, the score remains at 1-1.
And a confirmation of the other substitution, it was Desani Brown, the other player on for Mannings, as their goalkeeper, Demar Blair, is down needing some treatment. So the number 19, Desani Brown, and the number 7, Jordan Gray, those two players that came on in place of Dayton Williams and Rashawn Fletcher. So far, Gray has had a couple of opportunities to break away on the counter-attack, but hasn't quite yet been able to orchestrate or create an opportunity for his fellow attackers in Turner and Williams. And for Jordan Gray, he's got 6 goals this season. Proven goal scoring talent. He's actually level on goals with Dayton Williams coming into this game. And Mannings, that's good that we know they've spread the goals around. Still haven't seen Jarvis Mailer just yet, their leading goal scorer. And with 12 minutes to play, might just be a case where maybe it's a injury or lack of fitness why we aren't seeing him and why we're seeing Jordan Gray instead. Nonetheless, he still remains an option on the bench as the drop ball will resume play for Clarendon College. Here's Petgrave. Back for Javon Gordon. Gale goes infield. Lovely turn from Andre Brooks to get away from pressure initially. He goes back to Rashawn Sterling, and now Petgrave once again. And again, the press from Mannings is expertly done, and it's Jordan Gray who's won it, and he's won the free kick as well. And so far in the second half, Clarendon haven't adjusted well enough to this high press from Mannings.
So the inclusion of Jordan Gray has brought some life into the attacking press for the Mannings school. He has forced a turnover of a couple Clarendon College players, which has resulted in chances in which Mannings can score. And here's another chance, set piece opportunity for the Mannings school.
Yeah, and it's Turner who's over it. It looks like he's gonna shoot. He does shoot, and it would have taken something very, very special to beat Liddell Rodney from that distance. But Jordan Turner, that time unable to produce the necessary special shot. It was a free kick that he scored to win the game against Christiana, so have to be aware of that if you're Clarendon College, because he's a man with definite prowess over set pieces. Just couldn't quite get it right that time.
Yeah, very unfortunate with your other teammates up in and around the box. Coaches would always say, always give your teammate a chance.
Again, Mannings win the ball high up the pitch that time. Anthony Reid was crowded out. No free kick, says the referee. Here's Mackenzie. They're looking for the switch out right to, looks like Jordan Gray. Yes, it is. That time he loses out. And a confirmation of a substitution for Clarendon College, as Damian Sims has made his way onto the pitch in place of Ruani Rampasal. His final action of the game was that crucial missed chance.
The first half.
Yeah, the missed chance in the first half, as well as the chance of the good Clarendon College attack that came down to right the ball into the box that he failed to convert. He won't be too pleased with his afternoon, but let's see what Damian Sims can do. Here's what Mackenzie can do, as he took the ball around two players before Nair Anderson took him down. Another Mannings free kick, this time from inside their own half.
Damian Sims with 1 goal and 5 assists so far this season. I'm sure he's looking to wanting to add to that tally in this very crucial encounter against Mannings School.
And Justin Hales was subject to a couple very, very strong challenges there. Got away from the first two before the third one chopped him down, and he's certainly feeling the effects of it, but nonetheless he's won the free kick. Free kick in a dangerous position. Take another look at it. This is the foul, and it's looked like Chance Green just hooked his leg around and took down Justin Hales. But an opportunity here for Clarendon College. And it looks like Petgrave is going to leave this one. He's going to be Justin Hales. Hales' free kick is a decent one. It's a good save from Demar Blair. Positioned himself well.
Lovely first touch.
Plucked it out of the sky. Javon Gordon, Clarendon College captain. But again, his team cannot seem to play the ball through the lines of Mannings School, and that time a poor touch from Mackenzie, uncharacteristically, because he's been very neat and tidy all game. But the more the time ticks on, the closer we get to penalties, the more both of these teams will be searching for a goal, as Sims goes out wide now for Nair Anderson. Anderson ball into the box. It's dangerous. It's Hales. It's blocked. Still with Clarendon College. Reed leaves one in the dust. He's still going. And in the end, he tries to shoot, but in the end, he just takes down. Looked like Chance Green. That's a free kick for Mannings. Big chance for Clarendon College.
Another sweepy move, moving the ball from the right side to the left side, which resulted in a cross by Nair Anderson. Lovely first touch by Ayers, but he was not able to open his body enough to get the shot on target, and then young Reed trying to make something happen, ending up fouling the Mannings School defender.
Clarendon College throw. Jordan Turner's pressure. Does well to initially get the ball back out. Clarendon College again look to come forward with Anthony Reid looking to play the ball in behind, and again sweeper keeper Damar Blair. Very good play, the crowd loves that, and then he looks to release. Oh, he actually has released Jordan Gray. He's got Turner with him, but the reverse pass wasn't quite good enough after the very good play from Damar Blair. Back with Clarendon College. Good play that from Sims. Great interception though from Coley. And then the header is out of play from Rashad Sterling. Manning's fans loving things, looking to will their players to a win. Loving things at the moment. So back in play now. Petgrave wins the ball fairly from Kajay Williams. And a rare moment of space for Clarendon College. And immediately they're closed down. Now they play it out wide for Orion Gale. And again, as soon as the ball is played from the defenders into the midfield, that's when Mannings apply their pressure, look to win the ball back.
Closing the central spaces in which Clarendon College have always been known to operate very well.
That's very well done by Clarendon College, but the final ball at that time wasn't quite as intricate as it needed to be, and it's out for a throw. Clarendon College retained possession here. Under 4 minutes plus added time to play in the second half. A spot in the Ben Francis Cup final on the line, and both teams still searching. That won't be the way that they find it. Clarendon College, as Anthony Reid and Nikolai Forbes are not on the same page, and the closer you get to the dreaded penalty shootout is the more your mind starts to drift. If you're a player, starts to maybe think about penalties, but you have to remain switched on if you're a player of either side. As here's Gordon on the ball. Orion Gale. Poor first touch from Reid, but he gets away with it. Oh, get away with it, he does. He does really, really well. And Chance Green pulls him down. And after a number of fouls in this game, I think that may be Chance Green into the book, finally. Or not, it's still just a talking to from our referee, so Chance Green, who's been aggressive in his defending, hasn't seen himself go into the book, thankfully for him. Clarendon College free kick, look to switch it out to this right side for Petgrave. Down the line, but again, very well defended by Mannings. Still challenging, stray arm there, spotted by the referee. And it was Desani Brown who felt it, and it's his free kick as Justin Hales was ensuring they don't take the free kick quickly. Manning's free kick to be taken by Somerville. Looking down the line, headed out, but only as far as a player in Burgundy. Challenge coming in. Indeed, it was Andre Brooks, but ball played out from Manning's throw in.
But as we head to the closing minutes of this game, it's now approaching the 89th minute. Is this the last roll of the dice by Clarendon College? Substitute coming on.
It's Joshua Thomas on for Clarendon College in place of the goal scorer Anthony Reid. Still they look to come forward, Mannings. Still Clarendon College do their defensive work. Substitute under pressure, but does well there. Joshua Thomas. And neither team at the moment look like they're going to be able to find a winner in this game.
So I guess you are settling for penalties.
One might think so, but Clarendon College still in possession. Still need to see how much added time there is at the end of this game. It's a poor clearance from Somerville, apologetic hand in the air. And Clarendon College resume with a throw, which they take quickly. Here's Justin Hales looking for the switch of play. That time he under-hit it a bit. Still with Clarendon College though. Dushan Petgrave shifts it onto his right foot. Under pressure. Mannings win it back. Can they spring a counter-attack? Kajay Williams looking to play it down the line. Here's Turner. Very good recovery defending from Sterling. Did so well, and he had to do so. Here is Sims. Still with Clarendon College. Sims looking to orchestrate things now. Hales. Sims on the overlap. Good work from Chance Green. Mannings played forward, but only as far as Gordon. 3 minutes of added time at the end of the 90 minutes. 3 minutes for either side to try and find a crucial goal that would certainly send them into the Ben Francis Cup final. Can Justin Hales orchestrate something? It's a good ball into the box. And Nicola Forbes tried to head it into the back of the net, but it just looked like he got the ball caught under himself. And in the end, the chance goes begging. And is this the chance for Mannings as they look to spur on the counter-attack? Ball in behind looking for Turner.
Well done by the captain.
Bit of a heavy pass from the captain, Kajay Williams. Clarendon College now, their turn to maybe go forward instead. They look to retain possession. Ball out wide now to Justin Hales, who's dropped deeper. Looking to play the pass. It's a good pass for Sims. Can he keep this one in? Face to face with Chance Green. Damian Sims, the substitute, wins the corner kick. Minute and a half to play in this game. But crucial moment.
But this was a lovely cross by Justin Hales. He headed the ball down. The number 9, Nicola Forbes.
It was a poor header.
So that we can see that's a missed opportunity.
Most certainly.
For Clarendon College to take all 3 points and march comfortable in the Ben Francis Cup final.
See substitution, Giovanni Pinnock is on for Mannings. But they have to defend this corner kick. We've played 2 of the 3 added minutes. Corner kick for Clarendon College. And Damar Blair is equal to it, punches it away. It's still danger here though. Fantastic challenge from Chance Green. Now is this the counter-attack? It's Mackenzie looking for support, waiting for support, finding support in Thomas Izzy. Very good recovery defending from the bodies in yellow. Now it's Andre Brooks. Infield for Petgrave, and he loses out at the crucial moment. But he very, very crucially wins it back. He's apologetic. Clarendon College. Both teams with tired legs now. Can Clarendon College take advantage? Looking for the ball into Nicola Forbes. He let it run. I think he was expecting Justin Hales to be there to clean up. Unfortunately for him, he wasn't. Nearly the 3 minutes up. On the doorstep of penalty kicks here. Still Clarendon College look to come forward. We've played the 3 minutes. Clarendon College go backwards to Petgrave. Is there time for one more chance? Still Clarendon College haven't really gotten things forward. Now they look to play through the lines. Cleared well by Mannings. And is there one more chance for them? Here's Kajay Williams. Plays it infield. Mackenzie now. They do well to work the space. That's really well done. But Mackenzie, it's a heavy first touch. Gordon has to get there. And it's a clearance that goes back into the arms of Liddell Rodney. Is that the last action of this game? Rodney plays it out. Referee checking her watch. We've played almost 4 minutes of additional time. She's giving Clarendon College just a bit more time here. Can they fashion something? Instead, they go backwards. Petgrave. If it's going to be any time, it has to be now for Clarendon College. Hales looking forward. Ball is cleared. And it will be penalty kicks again between Clarendon College and Mannings to decide who will play in the Ben Francis Cup final. In the end, nothing between these sides. Goals from Anthony Reid and Jordan Turner have meant that the score at full time reads Clarendon College 1, Manning School 1. And just like in 2022 in the DaCosta Cup semi-finals, we go to penalty kicks to decide the finalists of the Ben Francis Cup.
So when we speak about the penalty shootout,
as we take a look at full-time highlights here, this is how we got here. Ball over the top. It was actually a ball into the back of the net from Anthony Reid. Opening goal of this game, a super goal. Looked up, saw the keeper off his line and took advantage. And in that first half, in the opening stages of the first half, it really was all Clarendon College. Here was Ronnie Rampasal pulling it to the edge of the box for Justin Hales. He didn't quite make his mark on this game with a goal or assist. This was nearly a goal for Jordan Turner, but it wouldn't be the last time we said his name, cannoning the ball off the crossbar after a brilliant free kick from Williams. Poor punch from Little Rodney, but he made the recovery, made the save, kept it 1-0. And then again, Ruwani Rampasal, gilt-edged chance, 4 yards out, couldn't turn it home. And that was when Manning started to grow into this game. Deflected shot, nearly catching Little Rodney out. Good block though from Rashawn Sterling, and then a strike from distance from Mackenzie. Again, he was set up by Dainton Williams. Speaking of which, very good play here from Williams. Shifted onto his left foot, looked for the pass from Mackenzie again, but he wasn't arriving at the crucial moment. And then in the second half, it was their captain who stepped up. Kajay Williams drove into the heart of the Clarendon College defense, played the ball across, and Jordan Turner was there after some very, very good determination showed from his captain, Kajay Williams, looking for redemption in this game. And Jordan Turner, clinical as you like, into the empty net. Clarendon College would have more opportunities. That time again it was Rampasal as well as Rashawn Sterling. And it wouldn't be the last time we said Rampasal's name after some gorgeous play from Clarendon College. Played it out wide to Reid, and it fell again to Rampasal, and he couldn't pick a corner. And had it been a different day for him, maybe, just maybe, Clarendon College could have found a winner. And then this, the last big chance of the game for Clarendon College. And Nicola Forbes could not convert. Massively intense game. 13 fouls for Clarendon College, 9 for Mannings, 2 yellow cards to 1, 10 shots for Mannings, 9 for Clarendon College. Mannings with 5 on target to the 4 of CC. No red cards, but 2 yellow, as I said, 1 for Mannings, 2 for Clarendon. 3 corners to Clarendon College, none for Mannings, and possession split right down the middle, 50-50 in what I think, Daniel, was a pretty much 50-50 game overall between these two sides. Clarendon College started the better, but Mannings did so well. They grew into the game. They started to get chances away. They made the goalkeeper work, and they were rewarded for their good work, Daniel. Yeah, I totally agree with you, right? It's always said, it's not how you start, but it's how you finish. And definitely Mannings, which was after a very poor start, certainly grew in the game, and then the result of their labor has brought them here to a familiar territory of penalty shootout, with the game ending 1-1. So my question to you is this, like, in penalty shootout, is it the pressure more on the kicker or the goalkeeper? It certainly has to be on the kicker, in my opinion, because as a goalkeeper, the chances are, if it's a good penalty kick, you're not going to save it. And really and truly, as a goalkeeper, you just want to ensure that you put all the pressure on the kicker. And really and truly, as we see so often in schoolboy football,
yes,
it's penalties missed rather than big time saves from goalkeepers. And I think that definitely plays into the minds of these players, and it certainly may just play into the mind of the Mannings captain, Kajay Williams. As we said, he missed a decisive penalty when these two met in the 2022 semi-final.
Yes, indeed.
It was the last kick, and it was a save from the then Clarendon College goalkeeper. Williams was in tears. Mannings, as a team, they were in tears, and Clarendon College wheel away in celebration. And as well, we have to remember Damar Blair currently in goal for Mannings. Was the goalkeeper brought off the bench for that penalty shootout? Storylines wherever you look. But it looks like it's going to be Liddell Rodney, maybe, who's going to go in goal first. But we are going to confirm, as the legs for both teams extremely tired. And it's a gauntlet. It's the lottery. It's penalty shootout with a spot in the Ben Francis Cup final on the line.
And I've always thought that at the first kick from either team is always important. Starting a penalty shootout can somewhat set the momentum or the tempo in which we prepare the team to either win or lose. So the first kick is definitely very important, and this is Petgrave who decides, hey, I'm going up first.
Set piece extraordinaire, Deshaun Petgrave, 8 assists this season, 3 goals. Petgrave against Damar Blair for Clarendon College, and just adding to the drama, just ensuring that the ball is exactly where you want it to be. Deshaun Petgrave, huge pressure here. Can he convert? Petgrave against Blair. Expertly converted by Deshaun Petgrave, as you've come to expect from him over the dead ball. Sends the keeper the wrong way. That's 1-0 to Clarendon College.
Excellent penalty indeed. He actually waited for young Blair to move, and then he went to the other side. And it's advantage Clarendon College, and 1 goal.
Interestingly, for the first penalty, Damar Blair
has decided to step up.
3 years on from coming on as a youngster for the penalty shootout against Clarendon College, where it was heartbreak from Mannings. Damar Blair looks to set the tone. Keeper versus keeper. Anita! Was it saved? Did it go across the line? It's a fantastic save from Liddell Rodney. You thought maybe there was a chance it trickled over the line, but in the battle between the 2 custodians, Liddell Rodney comes out on top. Big save.
Excellent reading by young Rodney. Guessed the right way. And I think the penalty lacked pace. Excellent reflexes while the ball came off the post. Young Rodney will be sleeping well tonight if his team go on to win.
Exactly, he's done his job already. As a coach, you want your keeper to at least save one, give your team a chance. And the captain, Javon Gordon, steps up to give CC command in this penalty shootout. Gordon dispatches. Damar Blair rooted to the spot. It was a very, very good penalty right into that top corner. A bit of a stutter step. Nonetheless, very composed.
He froze the keeper.
Indeed, that little look up, that subtle look up, Damar Blair was waiting on him to make that decision. And in the end, he was waiting in vain, as that one confidently dispatched. The goal scorer today, Jordan Turner, the man who scored the goal in their last game against Christiana to ensure that they made it to the Ben Francis Cup semi-final. He needs to score here to ensure that it's not a mountain too high to climb for Mannings. It's Jordan Turner. And it's another save from Liddell Rodney. Striker pose, young man. It looks like he's going to be the one writing this story. Back-to-back saves for Clarendon College's number 1. Wow. That's a massive, massive save. Strong right hand down to his right. And that one was hit with some venom as well.
Excellently done by young Rodney. A goalkeeper coach will say, never you move before the kicker. Try to stay as still as possible up to the last step of the kicker.
Nicolai Forbes to put Clarendon College on the doorstep of the final. Forbes walks up and Forbes makes it 3-2. And Mannings have to score the next penalty. Nonchalant run up, barely a run up, it was a walk up actually. And Nicola Forbes makes it happen, and it's going to be Rajon Mackenzie with all the pressure in the world on him. He's only scored twice this season. He had a pretty decent game, but no, he has to score, or else it's Clarendon College into the Ben Francis final. Can Rodney do it again? Oh, not this time. Not this time. Rajon Mackenzie finally gets Mannings off the board. Confidently done. Keeper went the right way again.
Again. So Rodney gets the right way. Now Clarendon College just need to score one more. And it's on to Glory Land, and it's their talisman, Justin Ailes, with the task with this responsibility.
7 goals, 5 assists this season for Justin Ailes. He's been their main man, and he can send them through. They're already beginning to dance, Clarendon College. Justin Ailes for a spot in the Ben Francis Cup final. Ailes converts, and it's Clarendon College who head on to Saturday evening as just a moment here. No, the referee has indeed blown her whistle. A bit of a pump fake, but Justin Ailes has Clarendon College into the Ben Francis Cup final, and they will have a chance to compete for their 5th Ben Francis Cup. The celebrations are on in Stets, and it's all about Liddell Rodney. 2 massive penalty saves. He is the hero, and Clarendon College are through to the Ben Francis Cup final.
So the stage is set. The stage is set for Saturday to see the battle of the CCs. If the score remains the same that between the game between Cornwall College and McGrath, but one CC is in the final, I'm sure that Lyle will definitely be hoping that his CC makes it.
Indeed, and Clarendon College now will await confirmation of who they will meet in the final. But Liddell Rodney, this was the highlight of the penalty kicks. Dushan Petgrave gave CC the lead, and then it was Damar Blair. And it wasn't too bad a penalty, but it was an expert save. Then it was 2-1 through their captain Javon Gordon and Jordan Turner. So good over a dead ball. Liddell Rodney, so good with a penalty. Cool as you like for Nicola Forbes to make it 3-2 and to put them on the doorstep. Mackenzie had to score, and he did, but Rodney went the right way again. And then it was their talisman, Justin Ailes, their number 10, to send them into the Ben Francis Cup final. Clarendon College will compete for their 5th. And we're still awaiting confirmation of the final in the game between Cornwall College and McGrath. But nonetheless, we know one of our finalists. It's still not full-time there, but the last scoreline update we had was 2-0 to Cornwall College. So it certainly is looking like we're potentially heading for a battle of the CCs to decide who will lift the Ben Francis Cup. Brilliant first goal from Reed. And he is your top striker of this game. Sponsored by Bert's Auto Parts, 7 goals this season. And the opening goal today, it was a moment of genius, a moment of magic. Spotted the keeper off his line, caught everyone off guard, including us. And Anthony Reed with a very good performance to go with that goal as well. He is this afternoon's top striker, brought to you by Bert's Auto Parts. And just on this game, Daniel, really, really hotly contested matchup and heartbreak. It had to be for Mannings. Really has to be heartbreak for them now.
Yes, it is something similar that you probably would say even with the in comparison with the JC and SATS game, because that has been a dark horse for them over the years, and then having lost to Clarendon College in the same fashion a couple of years ago, and to lose again in the same fashion is something that mentally on the coaching staff and also the players is something that they would not want to experience again. I'm sure that they would have wanted to avoid it, but that is football for you.
Indeed, that is football, and especially looking specifically on KJ Williams, he didn't even get the opportunity to take a penalty today. It was Damar Blair, the goalkeeper on that day, the goalkeeper today, and unfortunately for him, it's always so difficult. As we'll actually go to the pitch for Azari with some interviews.
We showed a lot of respect to the Clarendon team in the first half, yes, and they took control of the game from very early out, and we made some adjustment, get ourselves back into the game, yes, and I believe that we were in it for most part. We fell behind, yes, we scored a goal, equalized, and we were in it, you know. But again, when it comes on to this type of competition and so forth, inside this, you know, situation that we find ourselves in, which is a semi-final, you know, it is who want it more.
Yes, coach, and not the way you'd want to close out your season, but speak to me on the program that's being built at Manning School.
Well, we just start. We have some 14-year-old in the squad. We have some youngsters who will be moving down to the under-16. Some will be moving down to the under-14. You understand? So we just start something, and hopefully we'll see where it takes us.
All right, thank you, coach. All the best for next season.
All right, thanks much.
Yeah. Yes, and I'm joined by the technical director of Clarendon College, a very happy man in Devon, Pablo Anderson. Coach, another final, nothing new to you, but assess the game for me today.
I mean, it was a game of two halves, you know. We went out there, worked with the breeze in the first half. I mean, we have more possession of the football, but possession without purpose always defeats us.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, that's very true. Yeah, you guys took the lead, you know, faded off a little bit in the second half, but Lydell Rodney, you know, stepped up with 2 saves today. You know, speak to me on, you know, he's keeping brilliance.
Well, he has been keeping good for all season. You know, Lydell have probably about 13 or 14 clean sheets. Lydell said, "Coach, don't worry, I live for these moments." And it showed out there, you know, he went out there, senior player on the team, and he did what he promised that he would have done. Just bring it to penalty and I'll take you guys home.
Yes, coach, living for this moment, the big moment on Saturday, into another final. How prepared will you be to ensure that you get this win over Cornwall in the final?
I mean, we don't have much time to prepare. I mean, celebration finish within the next 15 minutes. We're back to the drawing board in order to prepare for a game Saturday.
Yes, coach, and you know, all the best to you guys and Clarendon College.
Thanks much, I appreciate it.
Okay, man. Thanks, coach.
Sorry. It's Clarendon College against Cornwall College on Saturday afternoon. It's a 3 p.m. kickoff inside the National Stadium. And the battle of the CCs, as Daniel said for us. And it's certainly going to be a massive, massive battle. And that obviously is the precursor to the D-Cup final. But that's it for us. Thanks for joining us. And Clarendon College are into the Ben Francis Cup final.